Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to learn how to solve a system of linear equations by the comparison method. In a previous video, I have discussed about solving system of linear equations by the elimination method. That was method number 1, and this is method number 2, which is by comparison, and we are going to see how it works out. So I'm going to use the same set of linear equations that I used in my previous video, so that when you watch the videos one after another, you will be able to see how to solve the same set of linear equations using different methods. So now let's get started. So here what we are going to do, from each of the equations, we are going to find the value of one variable in terms of the other variable, and then we'll compare them for equality, right? So from the first equation, we can say that 2x, so we have 2x plus 3y is equal to 13, and from here let's try to find out the value of y in terms of x, right? So we are going to keep 3y on the left hand side, and then we are going to transpose the 2x onto the right hand side. So it will become like this, and from here we can say, okay, y is equal to, we are dividing both sides by 3. So on the left hand side we have y, and on the right hand side we will have 13 minus 2x divided by 3, right? So let's say this is our equation number 3. Let's say this is our equation number 3, and then from the second equation, what are we going to get? We are going to again do the same thing. We will find the value of y in terms of x. So from here we can say that our second equation is 3x minus y is equal to 3, and from here we get, so from here we are going to keep the negative y on this side, so it will be negative y is equal to 3 minus 3x, transposing 3 onto the right hand side, and if we multiply both sides by negative 1, then this becomes positive y is equal to negative 3 and positive 3x, which is actually equal to, I can write it like this, 3x minus 3, right? So let's say this is our equation number 4. And if you look at both of these equations, equation number 3 and 4, you see that in both the cases we have a value of y, and that value of y is on the right hand side of each of those equations, right? So from here you can clearly see that this value right here, which represents value of y, and then this value right here, which is also representing the value of y. So in both the cases they are nothing but the values of y. So they must be equal, and that is the main theme of this comparison method, that we find the value of one particular variable in terms of the other variable, and then we compare them for equality, and obviously they better be equal because in both the cases they represent the value of y. So from here we can clearly say that, okay, let me scroll down a little bit. So from here we can say 13 minus 2x divided by 3 is equal to 3x minus 3, and that's the main comparison that we need to do in the comparison method of solving these equations, right? So after this point it's pretty easy. Now we are going to solve for x, because now in this new equation, so let's say this is our new equation number 5. So in this new equation you see that we have only one unknown variable, which is x. We don't have the y here anymore, so we can easily solve for x, right? So from here we can say, okay, let's multiply both sides by 3. So this becomes 13 minus 2x, and on this side it will become 9x minus 9, right? From here we can say, okay, let's keep that negative 2x on this side, so negative 2x, and let's bring the positive 9x to the left hand side. That becomes negative 9x is equal to, we have negative 9 on the right hand side, and we get the positive 13, which becomes negative 13 when we bring it to the right hand side. So from here we have negative 11x is equal to negative 22, and from here we have x is equal to negative 22 divided by negative 11, that becomes positive 2. So we have found the value of x, so our x is now equal to 2. That's our first value that we have found out so far. Now let's try to do the similar thing for the value of y. So from both the equations again we are going to try to find the value of x in terms of y, and then again we will compare them for equality. So let's do that. So our original equations are like this. We had 2x plus 3y is equal to 13, and then we had 3x minus y is equal to 3. So from each of these equations now we're going to find out the value of y in term, or I'm sorry, the value of x in terms of y, right? Because we have already solved for x, now we have to solve for y. So we have to find out the value of x in terms of y, and then we'll compare those values for equality. So from here we can say, okay, so we had 2x plus 3y equals to 13, and then we can say 2x, we are going to keep the 2x on this side, will become equal to 13 and minus 3y. When you bring the 3y to the right hand side, it will become negative, and from here we can say, okay, so our x is equal to 13 minus 3y whole divided by 2. So let's say this is our equation number 6, and let's do the same thing from the other equation. So from the other equation we are going to get, again we are going to try and find the value of x from this other equation. So here again we are going to write it as 3x minus y, that's the original equation, equals 3, and from here we can say, okay, 3x is equal to 3 plus y, negative y coming to the right hand side becomes positive y. From here we can say x is equal to 3 plus y whole divided by 3, and this is our equation number 7. If you carefully look at it, you will see that both the equations 6 and 7, they represent the same thing. They represent the value of x, right? Both of them represent the value of x. Let me highlight it. So this quantity right here and this other quantity right here, they both represent the value of x. That means they must be equal. That's the whole idea of the comparison method, that because they both represent the value of x, they must be equal. So we are now going to equate them. So now we can say, okay, if they have to be equal, then this 13 minus 3y whole divided by 2, that becomes equal to 3 plus y whole divided by 3. Now let's say this is our new equation number 8. So if you look at this equation number 8, you will see that there is only one unknown variable, and it would be very easy to solve. So now we are going to solve them real quick. So from here we can say, okay, let's cross multiply the 2 and 3, right? So 3 will be multiplied on the left hand side, 2 will be multiplied on the right hand side. So from there we get 13 minus 3y times 3 is equal to 3 plus y times 2. And from here let's remove the parenthesis, so that it would be 39 minus 9y is equal to 6 plus 2y. And from here if we keep the negative 9y on this side, so negative 9y, and let's bring the positive 2y to this side also, so he becomes negative 2y is equal to 6, and then 39 going to the right hand side becomes negative 39. And from here we can say, okay, negative 11y is equal to negative 33. And from here we can say that y is equal to negative 33 divided by negative 11, which is equal to 3. So we have found the other value also, which is the y is now equal to 3. So you have seen how we use the comparison method to find the values of x and y. So previously we found the value of x, that was x equals 2, and now we have found the value of y, which is y equals 3. So we are going to write our answer here. So we'll say that therefore, we can say therefore x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. And that is our answer from this set of linear equations. I hope all the steps made sense. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.